Hello. All right, today is a big day. In just a minute, I'm going to walk you through every single step of setting up your hosting and your new blog on WordPress. And we're going to do it in less than 15 minutes. All right. Now, if you're saying, wait, I don't have my exact domain name or niche picked out yet, don't worry. You don't need either to get set up. If after going through yesterday's niche and domain training, you have one picked out, great. If not, you're going to be assigned a temporary domain in this process so that you can start with. And this is 100% fine because no one is going to be seeing your site yet. You're not going to switch it to live until you have created some content and have a few other things in place first. So you can get set up today and have plenty of time to get your niche and domain squared away afterwards, okay? All right, in a minute, I am going to turn you over to the tutorial. But I wanted to remind you that the link to Bluehost and some other helpful posts can be found below this video in the description section. All right. Okay, so now let's get ready to follow along with this tutorial, and be sure to reach out to me via email or my Facebook page listed below in the description when you have finished this step so that I can celebrate the fact that you took massive action and set up your blogging website. All right. Yay, I'm so excited for you. Let's get started.
Now, step one, you need hosting to have a website. So what is hosting? Hosting is where your website lives. You are essentially buying space on the internet for people to visit your site. It's kind of the equivalent to having a brick and mortar storefront, only it's a lot cheaper to rent or buy the space. Now, Bluehost and SiteGround are two of the hosting providers I highly recommend. They both have their advantages, but for beginners, I personally recommend Bluehost, and then here's why. They have great support for those just starting out. They offer a low, affordable price, and they give you a free domain for a year when you sign up, which is a really amazing perk. Now, Bluehost is who I started with and I still use today. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen with you.
And the first thing that you want to do is type in thecreativeimpact.com/Bluehost.
I'll have a link in the description section of this video that you can click on as well. Now, I want to be completely transparent with you. I do get a small affiliate commission from anyone who signs up through my link, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. You get the lowest price possible, and I get a commission for you signing up with the hosting service that I use and love. So it's a win-win for everyone. And I would never recommend anything I didn't personally use myself and love. All right, so once you get to the site, you're gonna click the green button that says Get Started. And here it's gonna bring up your plans. So you have the basic, the plus, or the choice plus. And the real only difference between these, the major difference is that with the basic, you get one website hosted, where with the plus and the choice plus, you get unlimited websites. So if you wanted to start another site or multiple websites, you could at no extra hosting costs. But since we're just starting out though, let's choose the basic plan for now. And you can always upgrade it any time down the road if need be, okay? So the second thing you need for a website is a domain. Now, a domain is your URL, or simply put, this is the name of your website. So my domain is thecreativeimpact.com. Facebook's is facebook.com. So if you don't have a domain name yet, no worries. I don't want you to worry about this. The great thing with Bluehost is that they give you the option to create your domain name later. And I love this option. When I was starting out, I took advantage of this because I have trouble making decisions, and this allowed me to move forward with setting up my site and creating content while I was still thinking about my domain name. But just a word of advice though, I don't want you to overthink your domain name and get stuck in analysis paralysis and not make any movements. You know, this happens a lot for people and it prevents them from moving forward. So don't let this happen to you, okay? All right, if you do already know the domain name that you want and it's available, that's awesome. I have put a link in the video description below as well, just for that, and it'll guide you through registering your domain, your free domain name through Bluehost. So you can click on that now. But for those of you who are still deciding, we're going to continue by clicking on this bottom link. I'll create my domain name later. So you can see we have our account information right here. We're going to come back to that, but I want you to scroll down to the package information. And in the account plan, you can see that there are different prices. The more months that you commit to for hosting, the cheaper it is per month. So you can choose the basic, like 36-month price, that's 3 years for $142. That is an insane price. For 3 years of hosting, you get it all for $142. Or if you just want to choose one of these, if you just want to do a year, it's only $71.40, which is a great price too. But if you do decide to keep going with your business, it's going to be much more to renew it each year than it would be if you chose to do 3 years up front. So we're confident that our business is going to take off. So for this example, I'm going to register for the 36-month price. You can choose what you would like. If you are doubting whether the $142 investment is worth it, let me assure you that there's no other business that you can start for this cheap, or I can't think of a better investment that you can make, okay? This wouldn't even cover a fraction of the cost for 1 month of rent if you owned a brick and mortar store. It wouldn't even pay for like part of the electricity, okay? So with this new site, you're going to be able to reach people in every corner of the world. And the possibilities are truly endless. So think of it that way, okay? All right, now for the price of 1 day out with your family, or like a really nice dinner at a fancy restaurant, you are going to start your own business, okay? That's so exciting. I'm super excited for you guys. So lastly, we come down here to the package extras. Now you can read more about these things. The CodeGuard Basic, that helps you back up your site. If you have a lot of information on there, it helps you back up. You can read more about it here. It gives you monitoring, one-click restore, daily backups. Now there, the Bluehost SEO tools, it helps you with search engine optimization, the security lock, security essential, that protects your site. And it's especially good if you're collecting payments and stuff like that. But since we're just starting out, we are just going to unclick all that. You can read more about it if you're interested. But for the purposes of a beginner account, we're just going to go with the basic 36 months here. And we are going to register that. So you're going to want to put in your account information, do your plan, choose any package extras if you want. If you're just starting out, you don't really need any of these right now. And then you're going to put in your credit card information. Just come down here, read the terms of service and cancellation policy, give them a quick view. You're going to click here, and then you're going to click submit. Congratulations, your purchase was a success. Woohoo, you did it. Awesome job. I'm so excited for you. Okay, so your hosting is all set up, and the last step is going to be to create your Bluehost account, your login, and choose the theme that you are going to use for your site. All right, we're going to click on the blue Create Account button, and that takes us to a page where we're going to create our password. So if you have a temporary domain, you're going to see it right here. If you picked your permanent domain name, that will show up here instead of this temporary one. But I would write this down somewhere so that you remember it. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is create a password. Now they have a lot of requirements for this. It's got to be a pretty strong password. So you need some capital letters, some numbers, some characters, and it's going to tell you how good or poor it is on the side. So, okay, we got an excellent one, and then you have to retype it. See if I can remember, get it the right thing here. Okay, so once they both match and you have a strong password, be sure to write that down somewhere as well. And then click the I have read and agreed to the Bluehost privacy policy in terms of service. Click Create Account. Your account is now ready to go. Now you can log in. So what we're going to do is click the Go to Login, click that button. And then here is your login to your account, and you're going to put in that password again. This is your Bluehost account login. And then, all right, world, time to take you on. We are ready. And this takes you to Let's Create a Website. Okay, so this is where you can tell Bluehost a little bit about your goals. They can help recommend some plugins and extensions for your site if you want. This is completely optional. You can skip this step by clicking the link down at the bottom. Just for the purposes of this video, we'll fill it out. We'll just click blog. What type of blog is it? We'll do a food and drinks blog. Who are we creating this for? I'm creating it for myself. We'll hit continue. Okay, now what do you want to name your site? This is different from your domain name. This is just actually the name that'll display at the top. So since we're doing a food and drink blog for the purposes of the setup, let's call it the Foodie Mom. And our site tagline will be, let's see, quick and yummy meals for the busy family. Okay, so you would put in what you'd like here. Do you want the ability to sell anything? You can click that if you want for now. You don't have to for now. You can always change that. And then, are you comfortable with creating websites? So you can click a little bit, all the way up to very. So if you're clicking just a little bit, Bluehost gives you the option to get a little bit extra help. They will actually call you in about 15 minutes, and they'll walk you through any questions you have. So you can click the call me with information, put your number in if you want. There's lots of information on my site as well to help you, but this is just a nice option that they offer for those just starting out. Okay, then once you've done that, we're gonna continue to theme selection. And this is where you're going to pick a theme for your site, okay? In WordPress, a theme is a collection of templates and style sheets that determine how your website looks and is displayed on your WordPress powered website. There are many themes that you can choose from. I strongly recommend Astra. It's a fast theme. It allows you to create really professional looking websites without having to use code or anything like that. It works great with page builders like Elementor as well. Then you can always change your theme if you want to later, but for the purposes of this, we're going to choose the theme Astra. And the great thing about Bluehost is that it integrates seamlessly with WordPress, so it's going to install it right here, right now. Okay, so now you are in the back end of your Bluehost account. This is where you can manage your hosting and contact support if you need it. So if you want to get into WordPress, there's a WordPress button here. This is where you're going to create your content, add your pages, like your About Me page, things like that. Okay, so this is the back end of your WordPress site. This is where you're going to be writing blog posts, making your pages, customizing your theme, things like that. So here's our post where you write blog posts. The media library, this is where all your photos and videos are stored as you add them. Pages, these are things like your home page, your About Me page. The appearance, this is where you can customize your theme, or you can click themes and choose a different theme. Right now we have Astra. Plugins are they're a tool that add certain abilities and functionality to your site without needing to use code. And there's a couple other things on here. I don't want you guys to get, I know it's easy to feel like intimidated. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I do have some ways where you can work with me and I can guide you through better, but this is the basic setup of the back end of your WordPress. Now, if you would want to see your site as you're working on it, you can come up here to the top left and click Visit Site. We have not added anything to our site yet, so it's going to look very empty. This is our entire site right now. So before we publish it for the world to see, we're going to be on the back end here and do some things here, okay? Congratulations, I'm so proud of you for taking action and setting up your WordPress site. It's such a big accomplishment, so I'm super proud of you. The next step is to start customizing your site and adding content. So over the next few days, I'll be sending you a few emails to kind of help you along the way. Now, if you would like more guidance and step-by-step help navigating the WordPress backend and strategically and aesthetically designing your site, go to thecreativeimpact.com and click on the Work With Me section to see how I can help you further. I cannot wait to see the impact you are going to make on the world. I'll talk to you soon.